Hey everybody and welcome! My name is Jennifer McCullum with Jen's SFX, and today we're doing a video which I'm going to answer a question a lot of people ask me is why did you join Limelife by Alcone? So I've been doing makeup in film since 1990 and a lot of theater stuff before that. I also worked with many cosmetic counters, Clinique, Lancome, MAC, Laura Mercier, Clarins. I can keep going, Darfon, I can keep going. So I worked with a lot of different companies back in the day in retail when that was the place to go to get your cosmetics, to have somebody to help you pick out stuff. Not that way these days, I will tell you that for sure. So with that experience, we experienced doing facials, with my cosmetology license and my teaching both to film students and cosmetology students. I'm like, why are you doing that? Why join a direct sales company? Well, I did sell Pampered Chef for a while, so I understand direct sales. And I think a lot of them can be very profitable. But a bigger part of that's going to be answered soon. So I'm on set with a friend and I'm in need of a new eyeshadow palette for my kit because one thing when you do film makeup or you're doing lots of brides and stuff like that, you need just about every color in your kit. And so she had this palette and it said Limelight by Alcone. And I'm like, you know what? I've bought stuff from Alcone for years and I saw that they had their own brand of stuff. I'd like to see what it looks like because you go to the grocery store and you have Mrs. Paul's fish sticks and then you have Food Line fish sticks. Sometimes they're good. The store brand stuff is good and sometimes it's like not. And so that's where I thought it was. I thought, okay, that is Alcone. They've been around forever. Now they're launching their own brand. So let me see what it's like because I need some good neutral eyeshadow. So it all started with this palette right here. And she had the palette and I said, well, can I play with these great neutral colors that I could do with just about every skin tone and see the pigment, see what I like about them? Because when you work in cosmetics for a long time, you become picky and you learn what's good and what's not. Because many years ago, when I worked for Clinique, it was like I had to dig into the shadow, and put so much on for actually get that color. And so, I've become picky about like, does it have enough pigment? Is it what I want? Then she started telling me more that this was a direct sales company and they're helping artists like myself and her because we'll have work and we'll have no work. And they want us to survive. They want us to have something as a residual income, a side gig, as you may call it. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. And she says, and the concealers are made by Krylon Dermacover. I'm like, wait, what? Because I have used Krylon's concealers forever. And they are amazing. And they stay on. And, when you do hundreds of people, especially in background, and nobody gets irritated by it, I'm like, that's awesome. She goes, but however, they change one or two ingredients so that we stay Leaping Bunny certified. And I'm like, I'm okay with that because I love animals, and I'm against testing on animals. I'm like, okay. And then she said, well, the foundations are made by RCMA. And I'm like, what? Really? Because I've been using those foundations forever. So I went home after she told me all that info, and I did not realize that until then. And I started looking at the website, and I'm like, okay, wow, okay, it makes sense. Makes perfect sense to buy from myself to fill up my kit. And one thing I love too is how thin this is, how light it is, how I can carry a lot of colors in a small packaging, and it's not heavy because we're always hurting our backs. The pigment was phenomenal. I'm like, okay. And I already am familiar with the concealers and the foundation and a lot of the pro makeup that is made for Limelife by Alcone because Alcone has been around for years working with these companies. And I'm like, this is amazing. It just makes sense for me to join, even if I buy for myself, for my kit, and have all this stuff for taking the set and then lighter, more versatile. And in working many years in cosmetics, you're like, if somebody has a very strong makeup line, their skincare is usually weak. And if they have a strong skincare, their makeup's usually weak. So I'm like, okay, well, let me try the skincare because I've done facials for 25 years. Why not? Let me see what's out there. And I've taught classes, in doing facials and stuff like that. And I've actually gotten several schools to bring in certain skincare lines to use with their students because it's easy, it's simple, and you're not going to have a lot of people with irritation. Because I have sensitive skin, so that's kind of a big thing for me. And also working with Clarins for 10 years, I like stuff with natural, organic ingredients, healthier for your skin, doesn't have the harsh chemicals. Well, boom, boom, boom. All of that is part of their skincare because she made it for a friend of hers and mine who had breast cancer. And a lot of these chemicals can aggravate different types of cancers. And I'm like it, let's try it. Let's see. Is it really going to work? And it did. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. So this is a company that has phenomenal skincare and phenomenal makeup. It's pro quality makeup, simple ingredients, stays on really well, 50% or more pigment. Then the skincare is harsh chemical free, made with cancer patients in mind. And I feel and see a difference in my skin when I use it. Because as film makeup artists, we're very much into taking care of your skin so the makeup looks great on it. And especially if you do effects and appliances and all that, we want to take off those things and then we want to treat your skin afterwards because we're putting your skin through a lot of beating, a lot of roughness. So I was amazed by the skincare. That's not why I stayed. Okay, phenomenal products, phenomenal skincare, phenomenal makeup. I stayed more because of the people. July 18th, 2018, I had heart valve replacement surgery. And that was like kind of a shocker, but not because I always had a heart murmur. And I knew it'd have to be replaced, but I was expecting 15 more years. Nope, didn't happen. So I ended up in the hospital. I was having valve replacement surgery, and I had joined as a beauty guide and been a beauty guide for about a year. The love, the outpouring, the prayers, the concerns from all of the Limelife beauty guys, even not even in my group or my team or any of that, just people reaching out and the love. And I was just like, whoa, I haven't seen this since when I first worked with Clarins and their philosophy of find the beauty in the woman. Don't sell her $600 worth of stuff and expect never to see her. Nurture her, help her, or that client, help that client find what they need for their skin, male or female. And Limelife has that philosophy. And that just blessed my heart because when I left Clarins, it had changed. Monsieur Clarence had passed away, and a lot of things were changing in the philosophy of the company that saddened my heart. And here now, years later, I'm with a company that has that same heart. And I'm blown away. And not only that, okay, but there's, like the stupid commercials, wait, there's more. Oh my gosh. So there's training, not only on the products, but Susie Orman on finances, but health and wellness and mental stability and how to make yourself a better person, how to take care of yourself as a human being. There's training in that too. And I'm like, what company does that? I mean, even when I was in Clarins, with Clarins many years in the past, I was like, that didn't happen. And I was like, oh my word, I have found my home. Because I will tell you, before I even joined, I looked at Mary Kay again. I looked at Avon. I looked at Beauty Cover. I looked at several other direct sales lines because I'd done Pampered Chef before and I love cooking. And my mom and dad years ago did the Amway thing. And so I understood it. And so I looked at different companies. And this one just called to me at the beginning, but has held me here even now. And they've gone through stuff. There's been stuff that happens in any company. Changes, growth, being out of stock. It happens. It's, being many years in retail, like, just take a breath and keep going. But it is the camaraderie, the no competition, but collaborating together. I've helped people that I reached out to join with me, and they joined under someone else. And I reached out to like 4 or 5 people that did that, and they were under others, and they reached out to me, and I reached back to them and helped them because that's part of the philosophy of the company. They weren't on my team. They weren't my people. And that's what I see in this whole company is like, so what if you're not in my group or my clique or whatever? You're part of my Limelife sisterhood. Is it kind of like, how in the union of makeup, you're supposed to have brothers and sisters. And I'm going to tell you, these people reached out in a brotherhood and a sisterhood in so many different ways. That is amazing. Amazing. So, why did I join? I needed some eyeshadow. Why am I stayed? And why am I planning on staying and not leaving? Because of the philosophy of the company, because of the culture, because of the caring of the people. And there's going to be 1 or 2 who don't. That's any company, any business. But the majority is just amazing. And the fact that they do things like help the homeless in Austin, Texas, help the battered women's shelter in Hilton Head, help women in Uganda create their own business to support their family. All of those are part of it too. Because a lot of times when we buy cosmetics or we buy skincare, people don't go to the retail stores anymore. They may go to like Ulta, Sephora, or something like that, but they don't go to like Belks and Dillard's and all those stores. And you can see that because some of these big name lines are now in Ulta and Sephora, but people want to buy from a company or from a person that they care about, that they have a relationship with, that they know that person will be there and help them. And that's part of that original Clarence philosophy when I worked with them about finding that beauty in the woman or the person or the customer or the client and helping them. I don't have one single product that everybody has to buy. I'm going to talk with you, work with you, and find what's right for you. And they so believe in that because at the retail lines, they don't believe in that anymore. So more and more people are buying from individuals like myself. And that's where it's going to be. That's where it's going to be. And if I don't have sales one month, it's okay. It's good. It's fine. Because they still love you. They still care about you. They help lift you up versus beat you up to get sales and stuff like that. And that's why I'm staying. That is why I'm staying. The culture and the community. So a lot of people ask me why you, a professional film makeup artist, cosmetology teacher, join a direct sales company. There's kind of a brief explanation why. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and any questions, please reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you because that's what it's all about.